Welcome back to Otaku, guys. It's time for another anime first impression video. Welcome once again, guys. This is going to be on Paradox Live, the animation. This is actually a weird one. I don't know too much about it. The animation implies it's off a game, but I looked it up and I couldn't find a game. So if you know more about what Paradox Live is, I know a lot of people in the comment section in Crunchyroll were saying, oh yeah, finally they made it into an anime, but they didn't really say from what it's coming from. So again, if you do know, I didn't do a lot of deep searching just because I hate finding more about the anime than I should. I just kind of ruins the whole episode aspect of it. But if you do know more, now that I've watched the first episode, you can let me know in the comment section below. This one again is on Crunchyroll, one episode out, time of recording. It released today. I believe I'm releasing the video today. So yeah, the Paradox Live, the animation is what it's called. And it is almost an idol, but not really type of anime. We do get two main songs, the opening and the end, and they're played by what I would assume is the main band of the series. I say that because there's multiple bands. There's four bands. I believe the main one's called Bae, B-A-E, and then there's four other bands. So before anything, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. That is the best way to catch up with all these first impression videos. I do almost anything that releases, I will do a first impression video, even if I don't really agree or watch the genre. I want to know what's out there so that you guys know what to watch. So make sure you subscribe, because that's the best way to catch up with all those videos. Make sure you give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. And let's see, I think that's it. Oh, check out the description below for links, I guess. Okay. Again, this is on Crunchyroll, one episode out. It does follow this band called Bae, but I believe, and I kind of get the feeling that they're gonna give an episode for the other bands each. So this band, kind of underground band, we get the whole opening is like kind of like the introduction of who they are, and then after their performance, they get this black invitation to a club that's been closed for 10 years, and it sounds bonkers. Well, the following day they get an email and they get more rules, and they hear the news that the club is back into running, so it wasn't a lie. And essentially what ends up happening is that they are going to competition with three other bands, so four bands in total, and the up for grab is 10 million or 10 billion yen. So 10 billion yen, which someone in the comment section did the math, and that is $66,990,500, which is basically 67 million. So it's a lot of money, right? They're competing for that. A lot of them are VTubers type of deal. So you have different bands that are competing with one another. There's four of them, and we get introduced to members of all four of them essentially through the episode. So Bae is the girl and two guys. We don't get a lot of information for them other than they're very passionate, and they're going not really for the money, but for them to put their name on the map. They want to be successful for their music, and that's kind of what they're going for. There is another group that is kind of like their mentors, they're older people, at least one of them is, and he is definitely going for the money, and there's a whole scene about them discussing like how he shouldn't be going just for the money, but I mean, let's be honest, a lot of us would anyways, because it's $67 million. It's a lot of money, right? And then we have another group who I believe is like the Cat something. It's a weird group. It's just two brothers. They're twins, according to the announcer, and they are living in poverty. They're like in a building that looks abandoned. It looks pretty rough. It's a pretty rough situation. They're going to be competing as well for the money, but for really a more successful life. And then there's a fourth group, which is composed of a lot of guys. I think it's like 5 or 7 in total. and they're competing more for the fun of it and honor of it. It kind of feels like they practice in a dojo, kind of what it seemed like, but I'm not really sure. But they all basically showed up, and the ending of the episode is Bay doing the opening performance. They're late, they show up in a helicopter, it's a big deal, and then they do their performance. So, that in a nutshell is the first episode. Likes and dislikes. I'll start with the likes, because there's a few likes that I did like about this. And for those, I guess, context wise, I'm not a big idol anime series guy. I've always said it. There's some that I've liked, but most of them I don't. Graphics, they do a lot of 3D, there's a lot of CGI, and I don't always support those type of graphics. Sometimes they're rough, sometimes they're hard to get into. And I will be honest, this one actually had really good graphics. Got me one more minute. So graphics were good. I would say the storyline was a little bit too rushed. We don't know a lot about it. Like, I don't know if it's like, are they going to be in a competition? Why does it seem like it's horror, but is it really horror? Or, it's a little bit confusing, the storyline. The graphics are great. The music, to be honest, the first song I enjoyed, not really liked. I enjoyed. The last song, I don't know. I think it's because the usage of the English, too much of it, just kind of, it didn't really set off a good tone to me. So, and I know that I'm insulting some of these people. I know because a lot of people in the comment section love these bands. So, sorry, it wasn't for me. So, out of 10, I'll give the series a 6 out of 10. I don't know what direction it's going. I might not even watch the second or third episode, to be honest, for this one. I think it was made specifically for the fan base of the series from wherever it branches off. So it's very much set to what it's for. It will get some new watchers. I can see people commenting on Crunchyroll that they knew nothing about this one. They watched it. They enjoyed it. I just didn't. The storylines just seemed a little bit too complex for just the first episode, and I don't know. It almost feels like it's promoting me to go to the game, but it's not a game. I don't know. I'm just lost, I guess. So let me know in the comment section how lost I am, and thank you guys so much for watching this. Subscribe to my channel, give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing, and I will see you next time. Like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.